Heart and Soul is a Joy Division box set containing nearly every track the band recorded. The first 2 discs contain their entire studio output, including the albums Unknown Pleasures and Closer, along with singles and compilation appearances. Discs 3 and 4 collect rare demos and live recordings, many of which were previously unreleased. All tracks are digitally remastered. It reached number 70 in the UK. Track listing. All tracks written by Joy Division. Disc 1. Unknown Pleasures Plus. Digital, 2. 53. Glass, 3. 56. Disorder, 3. 31. Day of the Lords, 4. 49. Candidate, 3. 05. Insight, 4. 28. New Dawn Fades, 4. 48. She's Lost Control, 3. 56. Shadowplay, 3. 55. Wilderness, 2. 38. Interzone, 2. 16. I Remember Nothing, 5. 56. Ice Age, 2. 25. Exercise 1, 3. 08. Transmission, 3. 37. Novelty, 4. 01. The Kill, 2. 16. The Only Mistake, 4. 19. Something Must Break, 2. 53. Autosuggestion, 6. 10. From Safety to Where, 2. 27. Notes. All tracks previously released. Tracks 1 and 2 recorded in October 1978 at Cargo Studios, Rochdale. First released on the A Factory Sample EP in 1978. Tracks 3 to 12 recorded in April 1979 at Strawberry Studios, Stockport. First released as the entire Unknown Pleasures album in 1979. Track 13 recorded in October-November 1979 at Cargo Studios, Rochdale, during sessions for the Licht und Blind Heights single. First released in the Still album in 1981. Tracks 14, 17 and 18 recorded in April 1979 at Strawberry Studios, during sessions for the Unknown Pleasures album. First released in the Still album in 1981. Tracks 15 and 16 recorded in July-August 1979 at Strawberry Studios. First released as the Transmission single in 1979. Track 19 recorded in July-August 1979 at Central Sound Studios, Manchester, during sessions for the Transmission single. First released in the Still album in 1981. Tracks 20 and 21 recorded in April 1979 at Strawberry Studios, during sessions for the Unknown Pleasures album. First released on the Earcom 2. Contradiction EP in 1979. Disc 2. Closer Plus. She's Lost Control. 12 inches version. 4. 57. Sound of Music, 3. 55. Atmosphere, 4. 11. Dead Souls, 4. 57. Coma Kino, 3. 54. Incubation, 2. 52. Atrocity Exhibition, 6. 05. Isolation, 2. 52. Passover, 4. 46. Colony, 3. 55. A Means to an End, 4. 07. Heart and Soul, 5. 51. 24 Hours, 4. 26. The Eternal, 6. 07. Decades, 6. 13. Love Will Tear Us Apart, 3. 27. These Days, 3. 26. Notes. All tracks previously released. Track 1 recorded in March 1980 at Strawberry Studios, Stockport. First released on Atmosphere single in 1980. Track 2 recorded in January 1980 at Pennine Sound Studios, Oldham, during sessions for the Love Will Tear Us Apart single. First released on the Still album in 1981. Tracks 3 and 4 recorded in October, November 1979 at Cargo Studios, Rochdale. First released as the Lichtund Blind Heights single in 1980. Tracks 5 and 6 recorded in March 1980 at Britannia Row Studios, Islington. During the sessions for the Closer album, first released on the Comachino single in 1980. Tracks 7 to 15 recorded in March 1980 at Britannia Row Studios, Islington. First released as the entire Closer album in 1980. Tracks 16 recorded in March 1980 at Strawberry Studios, Stockport. First released on Love Will Tear Us Apart single in 1980. Track 17 recorded in January 1980 at Pennine Sound Studios, Oldham. First released on Love Will Tear Us Apart single in 1980. Disc 3. Rarities. Warsaw 2. 26. No Love Lost 3. 42. Leaders of Men 2. 34. Failures 3. 44. The Drawback. Demo 1. 46. Interzone. Demo 2. 11. Shadowplay. Demo 4. 10. Exercise 1. Peel Session 2. 28. Insight. Demo 4. 05. Glass. Demo 3. 29. Transmission. Demo 3. 51. Dead Souls. Outtake. 4. 55. Something Must Break. Rough Mix. 2. 53. Ice Age. Demo 2. 36. Walked in Line. Rough Mix. 2. 46. These Days. Piccadilly Radio Session. 3. 27. Candidate. Piccadilly Radio Session. 1. 57. The Only Mistake. Piccadilly Radio Session. 3. 43. Chance. Atmosphere. Quote. Piccadilly Radio Session. 4. 54. Love Will Tear Us Apart. Peel Session. 3. 22. Colony. Peel Session. 4. 03. As You Said 2. 01. Ceremony. Demo 4. 57. In a Lonely Place. Detail. Quote. Demo 2. 26. Notes. Contains 14 tracks previously unreleased. Tracks 1 to 4 recorded in December 1977 at Pennine Sound Studios, Oldham. First released as the An Ideal for Living EP in 1978. Tracks 5 to 7 recorded in May 1978 at Arrow Studios for the unreleased album RCA Demo, previously unreleased. Track 8 recorded in January 1979 at the BBC Studios, Maida Vale, London. Previously released on the Peel Sessions in 1986. Tracks 9, 10, 11 and 14 recorded in March 1979 at Eden Studios, London, during a one-day demo session. Previously unreleased. Tracks 12 and 13 recorded in July 1979 at Central Sound Studios, Manchester, during sessions for the Transmission single. Previously unreleased. Track 15 recorded in April 1979 at Strawberry Studios, Stockport, during sessions for Unknown Pleasures album. A remixed version of this recording was released on the Still album in 1981. Tracks 16 to 19 recorded in June 1979 at Pennine Sound Studios, Oldham, during a session for Piccadilly Radio. Previously unreleased. Tracks 20 and 21 recorded in November 1979 at the BBC Studios, Maida Vale. First released on the Peel Sessions in 1987. Track 22 recorded in March 1980 at Britannia Row Studios, Islington. First released on the Comachino single in 1980. Track 23 recorded on the 14th of May 1980 at Graveyard Studios, Prestwich. Track 24 taken from an April 1980 rehearsal tape salvaged by Peter Hook. Tracks 23 and 24 later recorded and released by New Order on Ceremony single in 1981. Disc 4. Live. Dead Souls. Live. 4. 17. The Only Mistake. Live. 4. 04. Insight. Live. 3. 48. Candidate. Live. 2. 03. Wilderness. Live. 2. 27. She's Lost Control. Live. 3. 38. Disorder. Live. 3. 12. Interzone. Live. 2. 03. Atrocity Exhibition. Live. 5. 52. Novelty. Live. 4. 27. Autosuggestion. Live. 4. 05. I Remember Nothing. Live. 5. 53. Colony. Live. 3. 53. These Days. Live. 3. 38. Incubation. Live. 3. 36. The Eternal. Live. 6. 33. Heart and Soul. Live. 4. 56. Isolation. Live. 3. 09. She's Lost Control. Live. 5. 30. Notes. All tracks previously unreleased. Tracks 1 to 10 recorded on 13 July 1979 at the Factory, Manchester. Track 11 recorded on 2 August 1979 at the YMCA, London. Tracks 12 to 14 recorded on 2 November 1979 at the Winter Gardens, Bournemouth. Tracks 15 to 19 recorded on 29 February 1980 at the Lyceum, London. Missing tracks. The following recordings were not included on Heart and Soul. 5 tracks of the very first demo session in July 1977 at Pennine Sound Studios, Oldham, when the band was still called Warsaw. Inside the Line. Guts. At a later date. The Kill. You're No Good for Me. First released on the Warsaw album in 1994. Live track. At a later date. Recorded in October 1977 at the Electric Circus, Manchester. First released on the Short Circuit EP in 1978. 8 more tracks from the unreleased RCA album sessions in May 1978 at Arrow Studios, Manchester. Leaders of Men. Walked in Line. Failures. Novelty. No Love Lost. Transmission. Ice Age. Warsaw. First released on the Warsaw album in 1994. 3 more tracks from the first Peel session in January 1979. Insight. Transmission. She's Lost Control. First released on the Peel sessions in 1986. Additional track, Digital, from the demo session in March 1979 at Eden Studios, London, remains unreleased. The remixed version of Walked in Line, which was released on the Still album in 1981. Additional track, Atrocity Exhibition, from the Piccadilly radio session in June 1979 at Pennine Sound Studios, Oldham, remains unreleased. 2 more tracks from the first session for the Transmission single at Central Sound Studios, Manchester, in July 1979. Transmission. Novelty. The recordings of the same songs from a second session in the same month were released as the single. The 2 tracks from the first session remain unreleased. 2 live tracks from a TV appearance on BBC Two's Something Else in September 1979. Transmission. She's Lost Control. First released on Joy Division, the complete BBC recordings in 2000. 2 more tracks from the second Peel session in November 1979. The Sound of Music. 24 Hours. First released on the Peel sessions in 1987. The B-side version of Love Will Tear Us Apart. Recorded in January 1980 at Pennine Sound Studios, Oldham. First released on the Love Will Tear Us Apart single in 1980. Live track, Sister Ray, a Velvet Underground cover. From a concert at the Moonlight Club, West Hampstead on the 2nd of April 1980. Released on Still in 1981. 11 live tracks from Birmingham University. Recorded the 2nd of May 1980. First released on Still in 1981. The live tracks released on the live albums Preston the 28th of February 1980 and 1999 and Les Bains Douches the 18th of December 1979 and 2001. Live tracks, Shadowplay, and Transmission. Recorded the 13th of July 1979 at the Factory, Manchester. Transmission was first released on the CD format of the re-release of the Atmosphere single in 1988. Shadowplay was not released until the 2007 reissue of Unknown Pleasures, which also contains Transmission. Live tracks, Love Will Tear Us Apart, and Glass. Recorded at the Moonlight Club, West Hampstead, which appear on the test pressing of the bonus disc for the 2007 reissue of Unknown Pleasures, but not on the issued disc. The tracks are probably from the concert on the 2nd of April 1980, at which the cover of Sister Ray, which appears on Still, was recorded. 12 live tracks from the University of London. Recorded the 8th of February 1980. Not released until the 2007 reissue of Closer. 8 live tracks and 6 soundcheck tracks from the High Wycombe Town Hall. Not to be confused with the High Hall at Birmingham University. Not released until the 2007 reissue of Still. Release history.